Alrighty, what have we got today? Looks like Allies and Nocturne. I think that's it. Okay, so doesn't look like there's any gains, which I think is going to be the main limitation here. There's no way to gain multiple things per turn, except Fool gives you boons. There are 12 of them. 1 out of 12 says plus buy. Another 1 out of 12 lets you gain a thing costing up to 4. That's something, but it's not a lot of something that you really want to count on. I think that alone is probably going to be enough to say no to the engine, just because the payoff is just 1 thing per turn. Fool also is one of the stronger big money enablers, not because of Fool, although Fool's okay in a big money deck, but because it comes with Lucky Coin. And so just from a very early point in the game, you're pumping your deck full of silvers, which is good for money, bad for engine. I don't think you're trying to draw your deck reliably here. Question is, what are you doing? I don't really know. There's nothing else that jumps out to me as prime big money card, like a gear or something, that you'd want to play with. So, Capital City Village, I could see playing with that even without building an engine, because it's also got a sifting effect, which is kind of nice. For draw, there's Broker. Guildmaster, I believe, it goes with Mountain Folk. That's a little bit of draw. One of the weaker allies, just because the rate of 5 favorites for 3 cards is not amazing. Clashes. The Clashes pile has draw. Battle Plan is draw if you line it up with Archer or Warlord. Warlord is also draw. Clashes, I don't normally play with this pile. I have it banned because it's kind of evil. Warlord shuts down engines pretty hard. Won't be as relevant here, I don't think, given where we're going, but easily the strongest attack in the game. What split do I have? 3-4 I don't think is a great split. 4-3 would be nicer because you could go Broker, Night Watchman, discard 1 copper, have a hand of Broker, 3 copper as a state, you hit 5, and then you shuffle the 5 and the Broker straight back into the deck for turn 4 rather than waiting for turn 5. That'd actually be even better if you had the Lucky Coin as well in your turn 1 hand, because then you can play Lucky Coin twice in 1 shuffle, which would be great. But I have neither of those things. So maybe just Fool Broker, Silver Broker. Do I want a Battle Plan? I don't know, maybe. I think like an Archer would be an okay card to have, probably. I don't think I want super many terminals, because I don't want to have to add capital cities. I don't mind doing it, but if I'm mostly trying to play Lucky Coin a bunch and get a bunch of silvers, I'm not going to always find them with terminals. Guildmaster seems okay. I mean, plus 3 coins terminally is a fairly weak effect in general, but if I'm just playing big money, that's not terrible. If you line it up with Lucky Coin, you get 2 favors in a turn instead of 1, because you gained a silver after playing the Guildmaster. That's still not a lot, though. Like, you have to play Guildmaster 2 to 3 times just to get 1 plus 3 card effect, but maybe that saves a dead turn. I don't know. I can imagine playing with a Guildmaster. A lot of the stuff seems just kind of okay-ish. I think in a different shuffle I'd have a very clear idea of my opening, but I'm not sure what I do here. Yeah, I think I like Broker for thinning. I mean, Monastery has some synergy with Lucky Coin, because you can gain 2 things in a turn and trash 2. But it's not super fast. I think Broker the Estates, try to have a big turn where you trash a bunch of the coppers with Cemetery, and then I want to get thin so I can play my Lucky Coin a bunch, and then build back from there, and then just start buying provinces. So I'm going to say Brokers the turn 2 buy. Turn 1, I don't know. Definitely not Night Watchman. Doesn't do anything on turn 1. Silver, Battle Plan, Fool, Monastery. Probably not Monastery. I have Cemetery as a plan for trashing coppers. Battle Plan gives me some control over this pile, which might be helpful. In a kingdom where you're playing to build an engine, I think you almost always open Battle Plan in the opening, just because ceding control over this pile is game losing a lot of the time. If your opponent controls when the Warlord shows up, they can wait until they have 5, rotate to it, pick up a Warlord, rotate it away again before you can get one, and then if they're the only one of the Warlords, you click the resign button. But again, not as important here as it is usually, so less immediate to open Battle Plan. I'll take one anyway, I think. There's nothing else super inspiring, and it's a cantrip, so it's inconsequential, whereas the Fool could collide with the Broker, and then I could be sad. This is probably Denizen, right? Denizen draws every card remaining, because one of them is a cantrip, so I would have a 7-card hand with 2 estates, 1 Broker, 3 coppers, and a Haunted Mirror. Is that a good enough hand for Cemetery? I trash 1 estate. I play 1 copper, 1 Haunted Mirror. I trash 1 estate and 2 coppers. Maybe. I think I like Denizen anyway. And I think what I'm hoping for here, probably, and not likely to get it, 1/3 chance still, is Broker trashing Haunted Mirror, discarding the battle plan. Yeah, we didn't find the battle plan, unfortunately. And then getting an early ghost might have been nice. Didn't manage to do that here. Okay. 2 coins. Trash 2 coppers and an estate into a cemetery. Sounds okay. 2 coins. Buy another Den or a capital city or a guildmaster. Also sounds okay. 2 favors. I just buy a Fool. I think that's worse than the previous option. If I saw the battle plan and could have rotated the pile, maybe I could do 2 favors by an archer, and that would sound a little bit better. That's not an option here. I think I'm committed to coins. And then just another Den, or a capital city, or a guildmaster. Probably Den, I think. Just keep drawing lots of cards until I line up a decent hand for a cemetery. This one's not so bad. I'm not going to rotate if I don't plan on buying Archer here. Coins, trash 3 coppers. Seems reasonable. What's Hardbot been doing? Looks like similar stuff. They have 2 brokers, which is a little bit surprising to me. But they got Denizen. Seems like we're doing fairly similar things. Probably 1 more Den here. Wouldn't mind a capital city, but it seems imperative to have a Den in play. Hardbot provincing already. Honestly, not unreasonable here. I'm just going to go ahead and take a ghost. And what? Capital City, Denizen, Guildmaster. I think all 3 of those have their merits. Battle Plan hasn't done a lot given my shuffles. I think there are probably scenarios where I took an archer earlier. They just didn't happen here. Leaning towards Capital City. I'm kind of thin, so the sifting doesn't matter that much right now. Obviously, once I have provinces on my deck, I value it. Guildmaster could be good. Ghost hitting Guildmaster. And then I buy a thing and play a lucky coin. That could be like 4 favors in a turn, which is something. There's nothing amazing. Bunch of stuff that's decent. Guildmaster, I guess. Not a card you get to click every day. Generally, Guildmaster's on the fairly weak side. This hand is not that inspiring, I must confess. Capital City. Yikes, don't like being down 2 provinces. Not one bit. I'll go ahead and rotate. I might need access to the territories if I'm behind on victory points. What do I do here? I probably got to pitch the broker because I have no actions down there and I want the ghost to hit something. And one of the dens, I suppose. So I get to 8. Did not manage to line up the Guildmaster with the lucky coin. Perhaps that card is a misnomer. Yeah, bot's getting there pretty quickly. 'Tis a concern. I think the name of the game here is hitting 8. Don't love trashing lucky coin because the silvers are pretty good, though it is a good broker target. In many kingdoms, lucky coin is a lovely card to trash early for benefit. I don't think this is one of them. Maybe I just trash 1 silver for cards first and then reevaluate. If I have territory on the brain, I probably don't want to trash the last estate or the cemetery. I guess just killing another silver gets me to 8 guaranteed. I would love to draw the Guildmaster off the top, but I don't think I can count on that. I'm behind, but not by a lot. And the bot has built less, so it's not a huge surprise that it missed there. Okay. Got access to territory. This is 6 right here. I don't actually have an action down there that the ghost is going to hit, sadly. I mean, it clears out the shuffle, which is something. These 6 cards are none of my good cards, so I don't mind that the ghost is just going to pitch them all. Should I even be buying territory here? I got to the pile and I was like, oh, I've rotated it all the way. I presumably should buy one now. But now I'm looking at the province pile. It's at 3. Yeah, I think it's actually more important to take this anti-penultimate province, because if I'm at 21 and the bot's at 20, buying that last or buying the penultimate province is not safe. If I take territory now and the bot buys the third to last province, then I'm behind in points and it's kind of an awkward situation. So I think I gotta take that province. So probably I'm killing the lucky coin now, which is fine. I mean, I even could kill the ghost, would not be a ridiculous choice here. I think I still value that more than the lucky coin, probably. Goodbye, my deck. I've noticed the bot is one to YOLO it and take the second to last province a lot. It is a risk taker. I am not so much. Okay, well, something's gotta give if I want that territory, which I do. I think I would rather kill the den than the ghost. Ghost hitting Guildmaster would be lovely. Oh, I say that actually, but lucky coin is gone, so that synergy is no longer in existence. Could just be killing the ghost. I think I like the ghost more than the den. It said 3. That's because the territory wasn't counting itself yet. The territory is worth 4. Could be worth 5 if I buy a duchy. Alright, bot went for it, which is a crazy thing to do when I have a den and a ghost down. But like I said, bot is a greedy fella. And that's the ball game. Okay. So bot went for double broker, which I don't think I agree with. Maybe if there was a better ally that made you really want the favors. But 2 brokers is a lot of brokers. 1 broker seems like enough to deal with the estates. You get a cemetery to deal with the coppers. 2 just seems off to me. It greened really early, which is not unreasonable thing to do here, just given that it's a fairly simple big money kingdom, I think. So that all checks out. I don't think it's double broker big money, though. I think probably that second broker should have been something else. My deck, The battle plan ended up doing very little, so one can convince me that the battle plan was not worth it. It did give me the ability to go for territories as needed, which might have mattered if the end game ended up differently, because those territories are worth as much as 5 points here, which could be big. Guildmaster, never activated. Another card that I remain unsure of. I think Capital City seemed pretty decent. I generally like Fool in Big Money Kingdoms. I think there was a point where I would have considered a Fool and was just not hitting lower numbers. Like I was hitting 555 for a while, and where I probably would have bought a Fool on 3 if I'd had it. Yeah, I don't know. I think probably you're playing big money. You're thinning a little bit, playing Lucky Coin a bunch. All of that seems clear. But then what are you adding to your deck besides silver is a little less clear to me. So something in this vicinity, but I remain uncertain what the optimal strategy is.